I am sitting in front of quite possibly the worst managed McDonald's on the planet, and I know this to be a fact because it's in my town, and I make the mistake of stopping here about once every 6 months or so. I'm running behind already today, so I am a little bit on edge, but I don't think I'm being unfair, and we'll see if you think I am. When I pulled into the parking lot, there are 5 cars in the drive-thru. And so I decide to go inside, and there are 3 people in front of me. There is 1 person on 1 register. And then things start to pile in behind me, and I'm told that the drive-thru is not working. And so people are starting to come in from the drive-thru. There's 1 person on 1 register, and there are 6 other people literally staring at all the people coming in the restaurant. They have trash on the floors. They have tables that are dirty. They have their drink area is a mess. It always is. And they have 6 human beings standing still, staring at all of the customers. Leaning, most of the 3 or 4 of them were leaning against some form of a counter or whatever, just staring at us and sharing stories that they want to share about themselves. When after about 4 minutes, a parent manager comes up, and she has a phone in her ear, and somebody realizes that people are starting to get a little bit frustrated, and someone says, well, the registers are down. And so when she looks at me and says, oh, all these registers are down, because she can clearly see that I'm going, I don't understand. And I just said to her, I said, well, you ought to at least have those ladies doing something. Anything. It's just a bad look. I mean, it just looks bad for 6 human beings to be staring at us as we're waiting to get served. And so she proceeds to argue with me over the point that they ought to be doing something. There's trash on the floors. There's tables that are dirty. There are customers that want to be served. Maybe they just walk up and smile and say, I'm really, really sorry. We'll get to you as quickly as we can. But our registers are down. There's only 1 that's working. And then everybody in that line would have an option. They could know that maybe it isn't going to free up anytime soon. It's going to be slow. But no, they stand there and stare off into space, looking at us like we're idiots for standing in the line, and we are. And then on top of that, the manager decides to argue the point with me that they're minimum wage people. Well, you know what? If you're a manager, you're supposed to inspire and manage people into doing something, as opposed to, maybe you could help them become more than minimum wage people. Because once they saw that they could be inspired by you, maybe you could lead them out of minimum wage debt. Or death or whatever it is that they're going to be. And I'm so frustrated because people just don't realize they have a way out, but they don't want to work their way out. And they don't want to work their way out because they have managers like this who don't want to explain to them. All they want to do is give them an excuse. Well, they're only minimum wage people. What am I supposed to do? When I was a minimum wage person, I was told if you had time to lean, you had time to clean. I was told that, hey, go get that piece of paper off the floor. I was told what to do because minimum wage people don't know what to do. They need leaders who will help them know what to do. So there's my rant on the worst service McDonald's on the planet. It's just terrible. And the reason it's terrible is not the poor workers in there. They have no leader. No leader. And that leader that is there is an excuse for a leader. All it is a body who happens to have a tag that says manager. They got me so frustrated in there. I went to the wrong bank. I don't even bank with this bank. And I go into the wrong bank.